The middle value is the true color of the bushes. If we were to take a bucket of paint and paint these bushes so that we could see what color they were, that's the color we would choose, the middle value. And this is also, once again, very intense. That is to say, very pure, almost straight out of the tube. Not quite, but closer yet than anything else. I want to take some of these colors and use them down here in my potential reflection. I'm going to take the light in the middle value. The dark we won't use because the dark is only the dark that we will see of the water itself. In a reflection, we only see those values which are lighter than the reflecting surface. I don't think we're going to see these because of the slant of this particular hill. All right, now, having just tossed that in there, I want to move to the color that we're going to use for our sand. We're going to continue this color over here, and now, because it's closer to us, it's going to be a more intense color. It's going to be more purely orange, because that's the color we've been using. But I'm still going to neutralize it because I want this to be a brown. I take a little bit of my blue, less blue than I've been taking up till now. And I'm going to try that. That's the one. Well, that was luck. Now you can see now how we're working the color intensity, the contrast relationships in order to create the maximum of distance in this picture. We started back there in the far back with a very neutral color, and now we're moving to the foreground with very bright colors. A day where we've got a haze, we're going to see much more atmosphere between us and the distance. So this is sort of halfway in between. There's a little haze out there, but not much. Now this one, this middle one, I'm going to knock that down just a little bit. I'm going to take a trace, just a trace of the blue and add that to it so that that one recedes a little bit from this one. I'm going to try to get a color just between these two. And that seems about there. The wet dirt at the edge. I'm going to do this most forward part of my shoreline. And now that's going to be a purer orange than any of the oranges I've used so far. Still neutralized, but with more orange in it than the previous layers. Now I'm building a texture here as well. That's why I'm using a small brush. That's why I'm using these loose brush strokes, because I want every one of my strokes to echo the angle of this shoreline. And if I have a little bit of variety in my colors, that is to say, some lights, some darks, that's better yet. Even though this is a fairly flat shoreline, we want to indicate a change as we go across, so that maybe some footprints or something in here that have altered that in some way. So a few of these things will actually be nice. And I also want to put in the oranges that we're going to see in the lights of this cast shadow. I want to put those in now because the cast shadow is going to come along and step on their edges.